why you're putting yourself in that situation. But young people, they like to do that. Put themselves in that situation. Especially they're teaching young people in this country. Because they say the more you feel, the more alive you are. Feel for what? What you think in Tasawwuf, when they talk about ashq, they talk about passion, is for anything? No. In the West, when they talk about ashq, they talk about ego, letting the ego to be free. That is ashq. In Islam, in Tasawwuf, when we talk about ashq, we're talking about burning the ego. Burn the ego. When you burn the ego, you feel on fire. You don't feel nice. When you let the ego free, you feel very nice. For a short while. And then you burn, and then you say, no, no, no. It's good. So you do it again. Again you fall down. Say, no, 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 it shouldn't be. It's good. You keep on doing that, just like an addiction. Nothing that is harmful, that Allah is forbidding in this world, can ever make you feel good. Nothing. Nothing. Because we still have our spirit. And it is going to tell us that it is still wrong. At the very least, we're going to feel some sort of a pain. It is still a mercy to people that they are drinking all night long. Morning time, they wake up with a hangover. They say, why did I do it? There's always a regret that is there. You never see someone drinking all night long and they wake up and then they feel very nice. Never. Like what Shaykh Efendi used to say, people, they are drinking. You never see anyone drinking liquor. They drink and they say, this. They always drink and they go, it's burning them. Burning. Say, it's good. Forcing themselves to. Because when you do the forbidden action, your spirit is going to suffer. You feel the initial pain and then you cover it. Every time we do something bad, don't think it's so easy. With everything, it takes a lot of practice. You do it so often, and then it becomes easy. So, you with your desire, you with your free will, you have to decide, what is it that I want? That is why Allah is giving us that free will. That free will. What is it that you want? What is it that you want? Allah gives us that free will, not just a free will, He gives us that intelligence to know right and wrong, to know. Everything is in us. The right and the wrong, it is in us. The holy books, it is in us. The knowledge of Allah, it is in us. Everything is in us. Because Allah has put that secret in mankind. Holy prophets, they came not to teach something that we don't know. Especially the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Anywhere that he's saying, I'm bringing you something new that you've never heard before? Or did he always say, as the Quran is saying, he's only bringing something that is confirming that which has been sent before? Confirming. So you know. And the prophets and the awliya Allah, they come to just remove that veil, the covering, the blockage, to remove it, so that the spirit can be free. The spirit can take over. They're telling us, fasting, remove, understand what is that senses, those 5 senses that you have. That to have control over it, because those five senses, they were not there in the spirit world. Spirit, the senses that we have, it's not there. It's going to disappear when you reach to the grave. For 21st century mankind, by the time they reach 40, 50 years old, it's disappearing already. That's why they have to do this, they have to do that, just to feel themselves to be alive. It's disappearing. So teaching fasting, for instance, these five senses that you have, if you're able to control it, to be under your control, your spirit is going to become a little bit more free. And you will understand that time a little bit more of the reality that this world is, the reality that we came from, and the reality that we're going to. So man is always given a choice. Allah has given us intelligence. Allah has put everything in us that not even the angels, they know that they have. Angels, they carry the throne of Allah. Yes or no? We have the throne of Allah in us. What is it in this world of asfala safilin, this world of the lowest of the low, that is making our spirit to become more weak? What is it that is making our spirit to become more strong? This is what prophets, they come, and the awliya Allah, they're reminding people. You want to be busy with your desires. It'll make you to become more weak. Your destiny is to be strong. Your destiny is to return to Allah. Everyone's destiny is to return to Allah. And Allah is saying, come to my return in the best way. Don't come to my return in the hardest way. But you will return to me. You cannot deny me. And Allah is giving us a little bit of a leash in this world. That everywhere is a clear sign from Allah, declaring not only His Lordship, but declaring His oneness, declaring everything. Everywhere is a sign. So man must make himself to be completely blind, must kill his spirit in the way that you're covering it and suffocating it, must run towards the shaitan, must run towards his ego and his desires, running and disappearing in them, to drown out that voice, that light, drown out your spirit. This is what man is doing, especially in the 21st century. Everywhere you turn, nothing is calling to your spirit. It used to be, at least in Muslim countries, they have that. Now in Muslim countries, more they're pumping it to say, we cannot have this. Dajjal is saying in the last days, we cannot. We must put everywhere there that is going to remind you of the dunya, of your desires, not of akhirat. It used to be. Even in non-Muslim countries, the first thing that you see when you enter into a town is what? Cemetery. First you see a cemetery. Yes, next to that cemetery, non-Muslim, and then you see a church. Cemetery, you see a jami. And Muslim countries, everywhere you see cemeteries. Everywhere, not only a cemetery, but the graves of the awliya. Everything is reminding you, not as the West is teaching, oh, death is so disgusting, it's so gloomy, it's so dark. But no, to say this death is a release from this asfala safilin. Those ones who have passed and they are in their grace as spots of paradise. And you feel now a little bit of what that reality of that paradise is in this world. So you're given a choice. Where do you want to be? But walk around here. Majority of the places in the world you cannot find. In Muslim countries it's even worse. Now you go to holy places, first thing that you're going to see, especially in the Middle East, pulling you towards the dunya. Because in the old days, they are very specific. They say this kind of design is going to remind you of dunya. This kind of design is going to remind you of akhirat. They don't mix the two. Especially during the time of the Ottomans. They don't mix the two. You write in the script, in the Arabic script. The Ottomans were writing that in the Arabic script. But in the Arabic script, there are different kinds of calligraphy. For the newspaper, they write a different calligraphy. For official, let's say, fermans, they write a different calligraphy. For Quran, Jeli Thuluth, they write different calligraphy. You cannot write the calligraphy for the Quran for a newspaper. So people don't get confused. You understand? Now there's confusion everywhere. You don't even know it's black or it's white. Correct? Young or old, male or female, up or down, left or right. You don't know. They say, no, you don't need all of this. This is definitely what Dajjal came to bring. No haq, no batil. Nothing. Allah has given us that. You know. If you're going to surround yourselves with the remembrances of Allah, the zikr of Allah, then you're going to find out. You're weak, you find strength. You're weak, this one gives me some strength. This one is going to give me some strength. This one. But if you're going to be around things that is not going to give you spiritual strength, you're feeling weak, you go here, become weaker. You go there, becomes weaker. Nothing is there to remind you. If anything, not only they're reminding you of desires in these times, they're convincing you that you're going to live forever. They're convincing you that you are Lord. You are Lord. You can be anything that you want, anything you imagine, anything that you desire, you can be, they say. You understand? Lordship. You think it's going to be such a, let's say, impossibility that people are going to worship Dajjal as Lord? No. People are already worshipping themselves as Lord. They're already worshipping themselves as Lord. Why they're not going to worship Dajjal who's going to give them whatever that they desire? Servanthood. What do you want to be? Servanthood. Lordship is for the Lord. Servanthood is for the servant. But in these days, everything is mixed up. But for the people who are following Haqq, should not be. It is not. For those ones who are following Haqq, even if the whole world is saying this is white, you will know this is black. Against your father and your mother, you say, no, this is black. Against your tribe or against those ones in authority, you say, no, you understand. You are going to see, whole world is going to see Dajjal as a figure of truth. But you're going to see only unbelief in whatever that they are doing. It looks as if they're looking to fix the religion, fix the ummah, fixing. But you're going to see nothing but unbelief that is open in what they're doing. Well, that, you have to clean these eyes a little bit. How you clean these eyes? This is why we're following the Shaykh. You don't use your eyes. The Shaykh will clean your eyes first to let you to understand, look, the way that you're looking is wrong. That is the first step. You're stubborn, you cannot go the next step. It is wrong. You're looking at it wrong. If you say, yes, this is wrong, you're trying, you're fixing, then that time they say, now look at it like this. Look over here. You didn't see it. You're seeing it like this. Look over here. Then slowly you start seeing it, and slowly that one is going to say, now you be my eyes. Now you be my mouth. Now you be my ears. That time, when that responsibility is actually given to you, you want to run away. You feel like, cannot do this, I will fail. But you don't have a choice too. Does the servant have a choice? So, people now entering into tarikats and thinking that they are lords, young and old, male and female. There is no submission, no following a shaykh, no servanthood. We must run away from wrong thinkings like that. We must run away from wrong circles who are like that. We must run away from wrong people who are going to poison us, like this or like that. You understand? You are sick, you go to the hospital and they say you have to stay in this hospital. You cannot go out. There's a specific time for people to come and visit you, not all the time too. And if it is intensive care, they will not even allow you to enter. Unless the one who's coming, you have to be clean properly. We are in the intensive care of our deen, of our religion. That's why we are in tasawwuf. Yet we are ripping open our heart and letting the sewers to come in. Do we know these are sewers? If you don't know, you must know. And if you know, why are we doing it? If we know, we must be able to clean. If we know, then we must say, this one, I love this one, but it's poisoning me. I shouldn't open this so much. This one, I'm very familiar with this one, very friendly, helping me a lot. But it is going to be very poisonous. So there is a limit. This one is like this one. So you're going to place boundaries everywhere. There has to be. If you open everything for everyone, then later you complain and say nothing is working for me. We say, why not? Of course something is not going to work for you. Nothing is going to work for you because you're opening your doors. You're letting, you see, I'm letting the cat to come in. You're letting that. You're letting the rat to come in. You're letting the snakes to come in. Later you're going to complain. We must be more careful being in tariqat. This is just understanding. So man must think, I'm spending time with this one. Why? I'm speaking. Why? I want to. Why? That question, it is forbidden in tariqat to ask, but you must always ask yourself 24 hours, why am I doing this? I must be awake. I must be aware. That tafakkur is coming to say, today, what did I live for? What did I do today that is pleasing to Allah? I spent time doing this. Why did I do that? I spent time talking to this person. Why did I speak? I spent time working. Why did I work? This is the beginning steps of a person in tariqat so that he becomes aware and awake and very conscious, and his tomorrow must be better than today. Today, I was just on robotic auto mode. I wasn't even thinking. Astaghfirullah, you're going to say. Forgive me, Ya Rabi. Give me the strength tomorrow to remember you. And in that craziness of whatever I'm doing, I'm still breathing. Let my remembrance of you be as easy as my breathing. I don't have to control my breathing. People breathe, no? Let my remembrance of you be as easy as that. Because we are still in His kingdom, you know. Even if you're saying you're in deep dunya, you're still in Allah's kingdom. Allah is still the king. Allah is still the sultan. Everything there is still reminding you of Allah. It's just for a man to see and to be awake, or to just be sleeping. If you're a little bit awake, You see the secrets and the knowledge coming from every angle. You're trying to figure something out. It comes, it shows. Yeah. It must. Inshallah. May Allah always keep us with the good ones. And keep us away from the wrong ones. May Allah always make us to increase our faith. May Allah keep away from the bad eyes of people and of the wrong ones from us, inshallah. May Allah raise the station of our Shaykh. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum.